Welcome back to another episode in my playthrough of Starfield. This is Mental Fox. Thanks for joining me again. We have just landed on New Atlantis, and if we look at our quests list, we're just supposed to go to the lodge. But it looks like there's somebody waiting for us down here. I don't know if this is another Constellation person or what. Or maybe this is just a worker that's not waiting for me and I just think I'm super important. I don't know. Here comes Vasco. Can't go anywhere without him. Let's go talk to this guy.
Hey, Vasco! What, no parrot? Let me guess. Protocol Indigo again?
Your memory is uncanny.
Don't be shy, Vasco. So this is just a dude, ship services technician.
And he's your new captain. My crew can take a look at your ship, and you can stop by the Trade Authority kiosk if you need to offload some cargo.
Let's see here. We could give him 1,000 credits for some ship repairs. Does our ship really need repairs? I don't even know. I'd like to view and modify my ships. Let me see what ships you have for sale. Where did you say I could sell things? Or where can I go if I need more crew for my ship? Well, where did you say I could sell things?
The Trade Authority runs a vending kiosk next to my booth. It's just off to the side, near the ramp. Besides that, Jemison Mercantile is your closest shop if you're looking for a bit of everything. That's further in, past the security checkpoint.
Okay. Where can I go if I need more crew for my ship?
I would try the viewport. It'll be on your left once you get into the plaza.
Okay. Let's see what ships he has for sale for fun.
I'm sure you can find something you like.
I don't know, do you have one that's free? So, we have 7,200 credits, which is way more than I thought I'd have. And we would need... Oh, he has 72,000 credits. This ship here has a value of 57,600 credits. So this... Oh, it has a nice name. It's called the Rambler. And that is a fine-looking ship. He has 8 ships. He's got a Galileo. Different type of ship here. An econo hull. Boy, that does look like a hauler. Oh, by the way, how much was the Galileo? 132,000. This one's 94,000. This is cool. You can zoom in. We have Kiefer. 104,000. So I guess this is comparing to our current ship. I think it's telling us that it has much better ballistic weaponry, but less better lasers. That's my guess. Ooh, and I love the logo here, Slayton Aerospace. Horizon Defense made the Dragon 221 MW laser. And then they also made the Mauler 104L cannon. There's nothing there. The engine is Slayton Aerospace. The shields are by Nautilus. And the grav drive, okay, the grav drive, I guess, is what allows us to travel faster than light, perhaps, is by Deep Core. That's a complicated logo. Wait a minute. What happened down here? Get off. There we go. No? Okay, there we go. It was like sticking on this, and down here it's showing the value of 768. Okay, so the whole ship is worth 104, 125. This is a cheapo, 65,000. The Responder. The Gladius here. It's kind of a cool looking ship. The Achilles. And the Shield Breaker. Ooh, oh, 279,000 credits. Yeah, this thing's going to break some shields with those Light Scythe Scorch S80 MW pulse laser turrets. Yeah, you don't want to mess with that. If I do inspect... Okay, so inspect just gets rid of all this crap off the screen so you can, like, just freely look at it. Yeah, man. Pretty cool. Yeah, I can't afford any of that, dude. I'd like to view and modify my ships.
Sure, have at it.
So here is our little ship. A value of $73.75. Really? That's all it's worth? It's a cute little ship. So if I wanted to, I could maybe purchase new lasers? lasers. Okay, so I clicked on it. Ship upgrade mode allows you to make improvements to your ship without needing to worry about where modules should be placed. Some upgrades may have level or skill requirements. Multiple upgrades can be made and their cost will be added up at the end of the session. So right now, I have a Mauler 104L autocannon, and this looks like a pretty doggone good autocannon just by looking at cost. I mean, come on. We don't want to change our laser. Okay, so weapon 0. Weapon 1. Oh, I can't change to the next weapon. So I cancel out of here. No. Cancel. Okay. Now, if I wanted to look at ballistics, again, we've got the Mauler 104L autocannon on us. That... Okay, I guess... I don't know, man. These are all the choices here. Missiles. Okay. Looks like we got pretty good stuff. Okay, so down here I can freely move about. Engines. These are the only engines available. Shields. The only shields available. Okay. Well, it's going to be fun to look at some point. I don't think my ship needs repairs.
Everything looks good here. I'll be at my booth if you need me.
I don't know. My ship probably does need repairs. We did just fight a bunch of pirates. Well, now you're supposed to go to the lodge. So let's start going to the lodge. Got a group of people standing down here. What's up, y'all?
I can assure you this unprovoked attack on a United Colonies research facility will not go unanswered. We'll get you settled into your new assignments as soon as possible. For you, Bobby, that includes meeting your new foster parent.
My parents aren't dead. They just took a different shuttle. I'll see them when they get here.
Oh, well, of course, that's sure possible. We'll just...
Helena Chambers, ID SSCOM 1327 HCHA. I was the station administrator. I'll need to report to Mast ASAP for a full debrief. My treatment thus far has been entirely unacceptable.
Any authority you had was forfeit the moment House Varun zealots breached the station's perimeter, and you failed to initiate proper evacuation protocols. Thank you for your service. We'll find you a new position commensurate with your experience. And Mr. Bosch, let me just say how honored I am to meet you. By all accounts, you're the only reason anyone made it out of there alive.
Well, just glad I still remembered my flight basics. It had been a while. So was shooting a gun.
I read all about New Atlantis. So cool! Is it true the Nat train goes 5,000 miles an hour? Or that citizens get special discounts? Or that the whole city celebrates when it's your birthday? Mine's June 11th, by the way. My parents took me to Aquila City last year. It kinda smelled, but I don't smell anything here.
No, yes, no, and I will certainly mark June 11th on my calendar. As for Aquila City, well, the air purifiers here in New Atlantis are state-of-the-art.
Ugh, Aquila City? Oh, don't even get me started on those simpletons.
A little unfair, don't you think? Freestar Rangers helped me out quite a bit a couple years back. Got ambushed by spacers near Narion. They assisted, no questions asked. Even helped with some repairs so I could do an emergency jump home. Good people.
In any event, you all must be exhausted. Just give me a moment to coordinate some details with security.
So apparently there was some attack on a United Colonies station, and she didn't do a good job.
Not now.
No, I'm going to talk to you.
She can't do this to me.
Okay. Bosch?
Noelle's been having
Guess you caught some of that, huh? The galaxy is at peace and somehow seems more dangerous than ever. Spacers, House Varun, Crimson Fleet, everyone trying to grab their piece. What happened to the early days, huh? When we just float through the stars and dream.
I don't know. Some of us are still dreaming. That's humans for you. We can ruin a glass of water. I hear that. Spacers, who are they? Or House Varun, what's that? We are very interested in the Spacers.
Really? You must have been hiding under a moon rock your whole life if you've managed to dodge those assholes. They're basically a bunch of space scumbags. Fly around, attack, and rob anyone they see. They're pretty disorganized and easy to fend off until they aren't. They're a different beast than the Crimson Fleet. Generally speaking, pirates want your stuff, so they can occasionally be reasoned with. Spacers, though, they tend to shoot first and ask questions never.
Dude, I know what Spacers are. I wanted to know who were the Spacers. I want to go after them. That is seriously what I meant to ask. That's okay. He told us what Spacers are. Well, what's House Varun?
Not what, who. How to describe House Varun? Well, imagine a bunch of colonists who set off into the stars ages ago, disappeared, and then re-emerged as a sort of religious society. Faction, or cult, whatever you want to call them. They believe in some sort of celestial deity called the Great Serpent. Real nightmare fuel kind of stuff. About 100 years back, they picked a fight with pretty much everyone in the settled systems. I guess your school never covered the Serpent's Crusade, huh? We eventually made peace, sort of. Then they just disappeared. They're out there somewhere, or so folks assume. The ones that attacked us, they were the hardliners, for sure. You meet those guys, you run. You understand me?
I don't know about that. Well, I don't know. We could say I hear that. I don't even remember what he said now. But yeah, humans. I could say that our guy might be a bit cynical.
You were saying something?
I was saying that humans suck and they could ruin a glass of water.
Ain't that the truth? Well, still, I hold out hope. There are more good people than bad in this galaxy. It's just that the bad are louder.
Yeah. So you've run into the Crimson Fleet too, huh?
Yep, that I have. Had to dump a load of cargo just last year. Microscopes. Can you believe that? Guess you can sell anything these days. Pirates are a tricky lot. In space, they're all about the hit and run. You jump in, steal your stuff, and get out of there fast. Keep your cool, and you can generally talk your way out of it, so long as you're not too attached to your valuables. Stumble upon them planetside, though, and their trigger fingers get much itchier.
Mm-hmm. Hey, who are you anyway?
Ricardo Bosch. I was the lead researcher on the station that got attacked. It was business as usual until those House Varun crazies swarmed in, spouting their scripture or whatever it was. Even the Marines were overwhelmed. Honestly, I'm just lucky to have made it out of there in one piece. We all are. Now, I just want to get back to work. Where is that woman?
Okay, well, sure was nice talking to you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Well, hello, little boy. It's not weird at all for me to talk to you.
Hey,
No, just
I've never been in a
go
battle
away.
before. Everyone kept telling me to keep my eyes closed, but it's kind of hard to do that when you're running. At first, I thought it was ecliptic mercenaries shooting at us, but it wasn't. It was these other people yelling about serpents and stuff.
Well, we can relate to this kid. His parents were obviously killed in this thing. Maybe he'll grow up and hunt down House Varun people. We could say the galaxy's a tough place, kid. We could say you've got to be the bravest kid I've ever met. We could say I can't imagine losing my parents. Hang in there, pal. We could say serpents. Regarding the House Varun, they like to worship a serpent. We already know that because Bosch told us that. And what does a little boy know about mercenaries? I don't really like any of these, so yeah, kid, galaxy's a tough place.
Is that really an appropriate thing to say to a child? Anyway, I'm fine now. I hope my parents don't take too long getting here.
Okay.
May I help you?
No, we already talked. And you ready to talk to me now?
Does that woman have any idea who I am?
Well, I mean, I don't have any idea. What do you want to say, UC Security?
Problem?
Nope, no problem. I will be moving on. Yeah, I'm kind of liking the look of this place. Who's this person? Whoa, hello, little robot. Sanitation mini-bot.
Hey there.
Hey, how's it going? Citizen.
Kinda in the middle of something here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you do look busy. And you, citizen?
Hello?
Hello?
You will be scanned as you enter the city. Please keep moving.
Okay.
Okay. No bounty. You're clear. Enjoy your visit.
Thanks, man. It's kind of cool. Bunch of people walking around. Feels a little alive. I like it. Citizen. This is pretty neat looking. So basically just looking for people who have names. Just regular old citizens.
Pardon me.
Probably have nothing interesting going on. If I do a scan, yeah, all the citizens show up. Oh, this is nice. Very nice place. Is that a hat? Or your hair? I think it's a hat. Ooh, we're gonna ride the train. Cool. Transit car. Let's go to the Mast District. Okay. Hey, it's that guy again. We saw him at the other place. Mast Station. Yep. Where's my marker telling me where I'm going? There it is over there.
The water is quite aesthetically pleasing.
Oh.
Or so Barrett has told me.
Oh, it's raining.
Atlantis relies on advanced hydroelectrics for most of its power.
Oh yeah? Cool.
Still fighting the colony war. We just need to convince her that President Abayo isn't the same as her predecessors. That an adversarial UC is a thing of the past.
Does Radcliffe even need to be involved?
President Abayo wants to foster relations, not fracture them. Keep up.
We'll make sure she knows now.
Good. I'll see you at the 11:30 then.
Yeah, we just like to walk up and stick our nose in other people's business. Bunch of flags here. Citizen. Trident luxury lines. Oh. Look at that tree. Lightning over there. Pretty cool looking. Well, this is a very nice place. Just a piece of artwork there. It's kind of cool. Ooh, is there a map of this place? Huh. It's not a very impressive map at all. It's just a surface map, huh? So like a map of the city. I don't know if that kind of thing exists or not. Again, a nice piece of music playing here. You kind of don't notice it, but it does set kind of a tone. Doggone it, did I go the wrong way?
I'm not feeling that bad.
We have an appointment. You're seeing the doctor. That's it.
Maybe some other time. I have that report that's due.
I talked to your boss. She agreed that you need to take care of yourself. I know it's tough, honey, but a lot of times the earlier they catch something, the better it is.
You're right. I know you're right. I just wish they wouldn't keep us waiting so long.
Yeah, me too. I mean, if I had a map, maybe I could see how to get to where I'm going. Maybe it's up these stairs. Okay, we're getting closer.
Sergeant looking for reliable people to help the guard. Contact him if you're interested. We'd all appreciate it.
Oh, okay.
We may be in a United Colonies city, but Constellation is an entirely neutral entity, and always has been.
Okay, thanks for the history lesson. So a new quest showed up there when that guard talked to us. Or I think it did anyway. Main faction miscellaneous mission activities. Okay. So I saw this pop up right as we started talking to Bosch, and I think that it was actually somebody who was like next to us that was talking, but I didn't hear their conversation because we were talking to Bosch. So I don't know what this is. Investigate brownouts in the well. I don't know who talked about it. No idea. We show it on the map. We'll see that it just shows us somewhere here. So, yeah, I don't know, man. But we've also got Talk to Sergeant Yumi, which we could turn on. But right now we already have a quest that we're interested in. Golly, get out of the menu. Okay. Oh, did I turn off my main quest? I do believe I did. All. One small step. There we go. Let's turn it back on. I definitely took the long way over here. Look at this place.
Here we are, the lodge. The front door should unlock if you hold up the watch that Barrett gave you.
Okay.
I have messaged the other members of Constellation. They will be waiting for us inside.
Good to know. We're in the lodge. Ooh.
Captain Fox, everyone will be in the library, just inside. If Barrett were here, he'd probably tell you that you're part of something bigger now, and he hopes you'll make this place your home.
Oh, please. Ridiculous. Easiest bet I'll ever win. You really think what I'm suggesting is so outlandish? We see out in the stars, and what I'm saying is the most impossible theory?
You two keep going on like this, and I'm banning wagers. I'm serious.
We'll play nice. Just a little friendly conversation, Sarah, that's all.
So we heard mention of Sarah back in one of Barrett's personal slates on the ship. He mentioned it was about Project Indigo, or not Project, Protocol Indigo. How we're not supposed to deviate unless Sarah says it's okay. Here's Sarah. So maybe she's the leader of the Constellation. Over there we've got Mateo, Walter, Noelle. We got some nice paintings out here. Those are pretty cool. Got some kind of like lander here, I guess. I think that's what that is. Let's go talk to these people.
We appear to have a visitor.
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to talk about. Would you care to tell us what happened to our friend? Why you're here and he isn't?
Didn't Vasco tell you? Let's see. Pirates attacked. Barrett asked me to deliver the artifacts. It doesn't matter. I have the artifact. Who are you? And why don't we start with you telling me what Constellation is? Well, first of all, who are you?
Sarah Morgan, Chair of Constellation. That means anything you discussed with Barrett is my business. Now, if you would please answer my question.
Well, she did say please, but why don't you start by telling me what Constellation is?
Very well. This is a private organization dedicated to exploration. Space primarily, but also anomalies throughout the settled systems. It's inherently dangerous work, so if one of our own doesn't show up as planned, then we tend to have questions. Speaking of which, where is Barrett?
Well, scummy pirates attacked, and then Barrett asked me to deliver this artifact.
I see. Vasco, verify.
All statements made have been factual.
This is just typical. Barrett hands over our ship and our robot to some random employee of that discount mining outfit he uses.
Walter.
And if we hadn't insisted on installing those emergency protocols, I guarantee you this rock breaker here would be halfway to Neon.
But that didn't happen. He's here with the artifact.
Thank you, Matteo. Now, let's focus on what's in front of us, shall we? What happened when it was extracted? Did anyone see anything? Hear anything?
Well, we could tell her that it was bright lights and music. We could say, I'm not talking about this, that thing almost killed me. Or, let's get some information here. How many times has this happened? Who else has had these visions? Thereby answering her question, basically.
We think it's anyone else who pulls one out of the rock for the first time. Why? We're not sure yet. So if you wouldn't mind adding another data point.
Well, I mean, you know, I've talked about how our guy is kind of like he's led a hard life. Maybe a little gruff, maybe not the most cooperative person in the world, but he's also not like a total jerk. I mean, we're here, so why would we come all this way and say, I'm not talking about this, that thing almost killed me? I'll tell her what she wants to know.
Interesting. Similar to Barrett's description of the experience, with less embellishment.
Are you hearing this? Do you all believe me now?
Whether it happened or not wasn't in doubt. But honestly, Country, if you expect us to believe in fairy tales...
If this is the greatest mystery in the universe, why couldn't it be part of the ultimate mystery?
But gentlemen, can we please focus? Noelle, I think it's time we tested your theory.
Right. Let's see. We know the artifacts react to each other. The pieces we already have move when they're in close contact. Now, if we add this new one to the two we already have...
There are two.
The artifact. If you could place it on the table here.
Well, might as well. This is, well, that's weird. She does, oh, there she is. She does show the scan. Just Noelle, that's her name. Just Noelle. Let's place it on the table.
That's
plop.
Just like the others. And to imagine, we thought there were only two of them at first.
Why would you think that? They obviously fit together.
That's it. They're reacting. Look at how it's coming together. That energy that's arcing between them, no manufactured material in the settled systems can do that. None of them. This proves
Easy, girl. Breathe. You'll have a heart attack.
She's not the only one. If they're coming together, that means there's a set.
Built by an intelligence outside the settled systems.
Still 2,000 credits for our little wager, Godric?
You're on, Walter.
Well, if we had all the answers, it wouldn't be exciting, now would it?
Not to take away from the moment, but what are we going to do about our new friend here?
So, are you ready to get to work? See if exploration is the life you want to lead in this little universe of ours?
Well, we could say, all right, I'm in. Tell me what happens next. Or we could say, this is all a little much. I need some time to clear my head. We could say, how much do you know about the artifacts? What are they? Or you want me in Constellation? What does that mean? What's expected? Well, tell me about these artifacts. What are they?
Individually, they're just odd hunks of metal. Another oddity from the uncharted reaches of space. As to what they are, what they're building, well, you'll be part of solving that puzzle now.
Really? So what are you saying? You want me in Constellation? What does that mean? What's expected?
We're all here because we're committed to exploring space. Humanity may have settled the stars, but that doesn't mean we should stop diving into the unknown. Beyond that, you'll be expected to use your own judgment, just like the rest of us.
Okay. I mean, right now our character's thinking, these people want me to explore the universe, and they're going to give me a ship, and I guess they're going to pay me because it's a job, and let's go do that. Now we have basically a funded way to go fight pirates. Yeah, man, I'm in.
You should take some time to get settled in. Introduce yourself to everyone. Some of our members aren't here, but you'll meet them soon. Come find me when you're ready. You and I are going to be doing some traveling together. Get your feet wet. And here, I think you've earned something for bringing the artifact to us. In addition to credits, why don't we set you up with a backpack with some boost capability? You'll need it out in the field anyway. Just mind your head.
Okay, 8,000 credits. We got a Lodge Key, Constellation Pack. Okay, so we got a lot of stuff going on all of a sudden. It looks like we have completed the one small step mission. Yes, I brought the artifact to Constellation, and now they want me to join. Sarah Morgan, the chair of Constellation, is asking me to come with her on a mission. Okay, so this one's done. We have a new one here called the Old Neighborhood, where we're supposed to talk to Sarah. And then we also have these activities where we could talk to other people. We need to talk to Noelle about quarters. These are outside of the lodge, so we'll take care of those once we leave. But we can turn this mission on, and then the game will tell us that we're just supposed to go right here, which I already knew. But heck, man, we just got 8,000 more credits, so now we're up to 15,000 credits. Yeah, pretty soon we'll be able to buy a new ship. Let's see how ridiculous we look standing in here with these people. I don't think we look that bad. Could look worse. Ooh, what's this on? Constellation guide. Permanently reduces fall damage by 5%. Can I take that? Yoink. I just did. Skill bonus acquired. Really? So if I go... Whoops. Here, is it... skills? Is it one of these? No, that's from being a scoundrel. So this is from being a scoundrel. This is from being a scoundrel. And this is from being a scoundrel. Okay, well, maybe in status. Status effects, no character. I just wanted to know where the game tells us about that new ability we have. Something like fall damage. Fall damage is reduced by 5%. Where is that? I don't know. Let's talk to Noelle.
Since I got here, this has felt like home. These people are family. I hope it feels that way for you too.
Well, considering we haven't had a family in a very long time, we'll see about that.
That was intense, wasn't it? The artifacts, I mean. Sorry, this must all be a little overwhelming for you right now. I guess a lot overwhelming, now that I think about it. I'm Noelle. It's really nice to meet you. And thank you for bringing the artifact to us.
Sure. Lots of things to say to her. We could say Sarah said something about a place for me to stay. We could say you seem to know a lot about these artifacts. We could say I was wondering about other types of exploration work besides the artifacts. We could ask her about the vision and how long have you been working on this. I am curious about this. How long have you guys been working on this?
Well, Constellation's been around forever, more than 50 years now. But we only became aware of the artifacts recently. Barrett discovered the first one about 2 years ago, right under our noses. And he was the one who got this all in motion. It's a shame he isn't here to see this.
He'll be back. This vision that I saw. Certainly other people have seen it too. What do you think it is?
Oh, right, that. If we're approaching this rationally, I suppose we'd call them visual and auditory hallucinations. What you perceived as lights and music could be overloaded neural input, your brain's attempt to make sense of something, an energy surge, some other phenomenon.
Okay. Barrett saw something too, or whatever I saw and heard, it wasn't coming from me, or so there's a reasonable explanation, or this wasn't random synapses firing, it means something. Let's confirm this. Did Barrett see something too?
He did. At the time, well, it's Barrett. We weren't sure if he was kidding around. Clearly, he wasn't.
Okay. Well, I mean, I did like her reasonable explanation, but, I don't know, man, it didn't feel like it was coming from me.
Unfortunately, that's what a lot of people report in these situations. I'm not saying you didn't really see anything, just that it's really hard to determine after the fact. That's okay. Now that this has happened to both you and Barrett, we can know to maybe expect it in the future. Be a little more prepared. We're all in this together now, right?
I guess. You seem to know an awful lot about these artifacts.
Oh, gosh. No, I mean, that's flattering, but really, we're making this up as we go. Until you arrived, we only had the two, and the vaguest sense that there was something more at work. There's still so much we don't know, and that means a lot of work ahead of us.
Okay. Well, we could say, let me know how I can help you learn more. Okay, so anything that gets us out exploring is good for us, because we might come across more pirates. Well, our guy's really obsessed with pirates. I mean, just like unhealthily so. This is not healthy, dude. Maybe we'll meet a therapist that we could talk to about this, but right now, it's pirates, pirates, pirates. So I was wondering about other types of exploration work besides artifacts where I might come across pirates that I can destroy.
Of course. There's plenty of planets out there that no one has ever set foot on, and everything we learn about them is valuable. We have a board where we post anything specific we're looking for. A type of alien flora or fauna, or a planet with a specific quality, like if it's primed to have life but doesn't yet.
Okay. Ooh, new activities? Check out the Constellation mission board. Well, let me know how I can help you learn more.
Well, right now nothing's off the table. Metallurgical analysis, chemical composition. I'm looking at everything. One thing I'm really trying to improve is my overall database of xenobiology. I don't know if it will help in this case, but the more we know about, well, everything, the better off we are, right? Speaking of, if you're going to be out there looking for more artifacts, you're bound to come across some interesting specimens. Anything organic, I'd be happy to take it off your hands.
Okay. Organic stuff, got it. I have more important things to worry about. Or how would organic resources help with learning about artifacts? Let's ask that.
I can't be certain that they will, but more data points are always a good thing. I don't want to rule out anything that could provide a breakthrough. And if it sweetens the deal, I can pay.
Now you're talking.
Pretty well, too. Walter's pockets may not be bottomless, but they are pretty deep.
Okay. Hey, I've got some organic resources for you right now.
Great. Let's see what you have.
Yeah, let's see what we have. We have, analgesic, antimicrobial, some fiber, metabolic agent, some nutrient tissue, sealant, structural material, toxin. Buy? What do you mean buy? I don't want to buy any of this stuff. Vendor sell. Or is this what they're selling? Or is this what I have? Vendor credits. Let's see. Inspect just makes the other stuff go away. So I have 3 of these. If I click on it, okay, so I guess I'm selling these. Yeah, okay. So she does buy this stuff. but I don't know what I want to keep if I want to craft things, so it's good to know that she buys stuff. Well, anyway, Sarah said something about a place for me to stay.
Planning on sticking around then? Good. I think we can find a spot for you. And along the way, I can give you the very abbreviated tour. Right. So you've seen the library, obviously. Walter's quite proud
I trust
of the
you're still
collection,
satisfied
but
with your
Mateo
choice to
has made
join
more than a few
Constellation, Noel.
contributions.
Just
Gardens
making sure.
are out the doors there.
Bright young girl
if
like
you need a moment of quiet
there are no shortage of opportunities.
Emphasis on the quiet part. At least usually. Let's head upstairs. Sebastian Banks, Constellation's founder, had the...
Whoops, that's not the right button. Sorry, I was trying to hit caps lock to walk slowly.
It was a big to-do at the time, but most people in the city have forgotten we're here.
I am at your service, Captain.
That's neat. It's very lodgy, I'll give it that. Sounds like a fire burning, but I don't see it.
So this is the bar. Usually no tender, so help yourself. Within reason, of course. Now let's see about that room. You're in luck. We were almost at max occupancy already, but there's still one room up for grabs. It's been nice having the place so full.
This is pretty neat.
Okay, this'll be you. Common room on one side, so that'll be quiet, and Mateo on the other side, so maybe a little less quiet. I'm sure Sarah has something planned for each of us, so I'd better get back to it. Don't want to keep her waiting too long. Enjoy!
Thanks. Thanks a lot, Noelle. Okay, so our mission has been updated. Next, we're supposed to go back and talk to Sarah. Sarah wanted to talk to me about my first mission. But we could also check out the Constellation mission board. That's probably a good idea. But since we're here, let's check out this room. So it was weird that she said the common room is on one side, so it'll be quiet. Mateo's on the other side, so it'll be loud. Wouldn't the common room be loud because of all the people in it? This is a nice room. Wow, this looks great. I really like the way this looks. Got some martini glasses, some other glasses, a sealed cocktail mixer. Here's a Chandra Chardonnay, Chandra Vineyards light-bodied white wine with notes of honeysuckle and pear. Alright, so we get a plus 12% persuasion chance for 5 minutes, a minus 15% oxygen recovery for 5 minutes. Fancy ice bucket there. Desktop digiframe. Ooh, we've got a storage safe. Huh. A Chronomark watch case. Tissues. A mirror that we can't see in. Yeah, this is nice. Yeah, if I was staying in a hotel room and this was my room, I'd be quite pleased, except for one thing. There's a bathroom. I guess it's more of like a bed and breakfast kind of thing. Moby Dick. Great Expectations. The classics. Several hundred years old at this point. Not sure what that is supposed to be. I guess it's just a wall sconce kind of thing. So if we want to look at missions available, we need to go down there. There we go. That's pretty neat. This is the Panoptes? Is that what that says? So here's somebody else's room. And they've got a weapon case there that's inaccessible. Some binoculars. So whose room is this, do you think? Can we guess whose room this is just by looking around? A weapon case. Whose room would this be? There's nothing obvious here right now to me. Got an incense burner. It's a digipick here. So I'm not really looking to just start off stealing stuff. I really shouldn't be in that room in the first place, but yeah, you know how it is. So this is probably Mateo's room. And he's got 2 entrances to his room. I wouldn't like that at all. Fresh produce. That's the pure hydroponics promise. Shipped daily across the settled systems. Ooh. Sir Livingstone's second journal. Yeah, a little yoga place there, maybe. Horrible person looking in other people's spaces. You know, I mean, our character, the way he grew up, he really never had like a private place after about the age of 11, after his parents were killed. So he's never had a private space, and he probably doesn't really respect other people's private spaces. Not because he's a jerk, but it's just kind of foreign to him. And he doesn't really see anything wrong with walking around and just looking wherever. Because he's just, you know, he's never really had a home since he was young, and he just has always just walked around. You're like, I'm just making all this stuff up. So we found like a lab here. Pharmaceutical lab. This place is big. Hey, we found the bathroom. Oh man, there's a soap dispenser on the ground. Wish I could pick it up like I could in Fallout, and maybe there is a way to pick things up. But, if the... Oh, I can! Oh my gosh, I'm so happy right now. Can I tilt it? No. Can I tilt it so that I can stand it? Oh, no. I'm gonna try to set this thing here. Well, you know, it's... Oh.
How may I assist you?
No, I don't need anything. Just, checking in. Seeing how you're doing.
At present, all systems are functioning well within established parameters.
Right. Well then, keep up the good work.
Affirmative.
Okay, he's checking in on his robot. So apparently he's Mr. Moneybags. He's funding this whole thing. Whatever we're looking for is over here. Ooh. Oh, that'll take us outside. Okay, I don't want to do that. You got some more paintings here. That's Neil Armstrong right there. And that right there is Bob Smith. I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. Locked door. Oh. We could use our lodge key to go in there. Well, let's not try to get in trouble just yet.
Satisfied with the quarters available to you?
Why, thank you, Vasco.
Captain, now that you are a member of Constellation, I am at your service. No additional protocols necessary. Also, given the likelihood that you will be out in unsettled space, it might be beneficial to go over exploration outpost development, in case you ever need to build a base for field research.
You really think this is a good time for this? Okay. How long have you been a part of Constellation?
I arrived along with many material goods purchased by the group's previous chair, Malcolm Livingstone. Despite several significant system replacements and upgrades, I have been online for 43 years.
Do you miss Barrett?
My primary function has been to support and protect Barrett during his travels. I am currently unable to do so. That is as capable as I can be of missing anyone. I believe Barrett would find your question amusing.
Okay. Let's see. I'm glad you take your job seriously. Protecting Barrett must have been quite the challenge. Or now your job is to support and protect me. It seems like kind of a jerky thing to do, and I don't really think that our character would expect anybody to take care of himself except for himself. Yeah, I guess I'm glad you take your job seriously.
My methods of achieving my primary goals are dictated solely by my programming, and are not subject to the same whims as humans. Even if I wished it, I could not approach it any other way. Also, I am incapable of wishing.
Okay. So what do you mean by outpost development, anyway?
The exploration of an unknown planet can be a major undertaking. By building an outpost, you will be able to construct scanning equipment, resource extractors, and defenses. It is even possible to set up multiple outposts capable of manufacturing, allowing you to build advanced equipment.
Okay. Let's see. Sounds useful. I'll try it the next time I touch down on a planet. What kind of advanced structures can I build, or how do I know if a planet has the resources I need? Well, I already know this because we do scanning, but what kind of advanced structures could I build?
The scan booster is the most obvious, as it will enable you to detect landmarks and other points of interest from further away. Beyond that, extractors will allow you to collect raw materials of various types, while fabricators enable the manufacturing. A particularly prosperous outpost may even warrant the construction of cargo links, allowing you to share resources between other outposts you have built.
Okay. Well, that sounds very useful. I'll try it the next time I touch down on a planet.
The blueprints you need to construct an outpost should already be on your watch. It will automatically connect to any available materials for construction in your ship's cargo.
Okay. Well, I don't know how many people we could have on our crew. If it's like Fallout, it's just one, right? Is that right? We can only have one person with us? Been a while since I played it. So I'm not going to choose my crew just yet. All right. I want to hang out in this place. This is a really nice place, and end this episode. When we come back next time, we'll go over there and look at the mission board. But before we do that, we have picked up some books and such that I haven't read. So we're going to go ahead and read one of these right now. So those of you who are not interested in listening to me read something, you can just go ahead and exit the episode now. Although I don't believe this is very long. There's just these 2 pages right here. So I'm going to go ahead and read this. I'll do this occasionally when I remember, just to pick up books in the game and read them to kind of flesh out the world a little bit. So here we go. This is Omega, The Last Days. The following is the opening of Camille Flammarion's 1894 work, Omega, The Last Days of the World, in which a comet is set to collide with the Earth in the 25th century, and people must come to terms with the end of the world and what that actually means. Omega, The Last Days of the World. Chapter 1. The magnificent marble bridge which unites the Rue de Rennes with the Rue de Louvre, and which, lined with the statues of celebrated scientists and philosophers, emphasizes the monumental avenue leading to the new portico of the Institute, was absolutely black with people. A heaving crowd surged, rather than walked, along the quays, flowing out from every street and pressing forward toward the portico, long before invaded by a tumultuous throng. Never in that barbarous age preceding the Constitution of the United States of Europe, when might was greater than right, when military despotism ruled the world and foolish humanity quivered in the relentless grasp of war, never before in the stormy period of a great revolution or in those feverish days which accompanied a declaration of war, had the approaches of the House of the People's Representatives or the Place de la Concorde presented such a spectacle. It was no longer the case of a band of fanatics rallied about a flag, marching to some conquest of the sword, and followed by a throng of the curious and the idle, eager to see what would happen, but of the entire population. How do I get to the next page? Anxious, agitated, terrified, composed of every class of society without distinction, hanging upon the decision of an oracle, waiting feverishly the result of the calculations which a celebrated astronomer was to announce that very Monday at 3 o'clock in the session of the Academy of Sciences. Amid the flux of politics and society, the Institute survived, maintaining still in Europe its supremacy in science, literature, and art. The center of civilization, however, had moved westward, and the focus of progress shone on the shores of Lake Michigan in North America. That was a little hard to follow, but I read it. That was the first chapter of Omega the Last Days. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, maybe you could let me know by leaving a like or a comment. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you join me again in the next episode.